Good morning, everybody. Namaskar, namaste. At the outset, I convey my best wishes and regards to the respective persons present here. This Asia Pacific Asia Congress, which Dr. R.L. Bhatia has arranged, has been doing this last 20, I guess this is the 23rd edition, and many more things he's been doing last close to 40 years, 35 years. And for each year, every occasion, he has a purpose and he has a focus and an objective, which I guess is aligned to a particular philosophy and particular, orientation. He's always in favor of the nature, supporting the society, and also trying to involve more and more people in that cause. We have been talking many things about manpower management, the leadership qualities which human being can have aligned from across. I would add to this is also from within. Our ancient Indian civilization has got many things to offer. I just share a personal incident for yesterday. Government of India is now trying to and planning to spread Indian knowledge system. There's a team formed. We have been working on that. And the first phase is delivered yesterday. And for that, there was a long inaugural. And in that, the highlighting points were how to integrate, how to connect with the current system of education with the next, what we are thinking of as a better one, could be a better one, kind of. We're not very sure. But I can tell that, something which is tasted in a particular context, and if that is, what explored in the similar kind of context over a later period of time, should have a relevance. When we do the research we try to draw relevance from the past research. Certain philosophies, certain principles which were actually in practice during Vedic civilization are relevant or now or not for the future world needs to be explored. Only future can tell. But we can suggest that this could be a better one because something which has tested the periodicity of several millennia, in a right sense of the term, has a better relevance than other things which are less than even centuries having driven, having walked, and also with a lot of jeopardies in the human society. In ancient Vedic civilization, people were talked about as a representative of God. Yataho vai imani bhutani jayante yena yatani jivanti yat prana pravishanti tad brahman. It is the kind of concept wherein each and every human person is considered to be an embodiment or a kind of representative of the divine. The divine is seated within, and therefore all the noble qualities or attributes that we can think about should be there, present in everybody. There are a lot of questions. If that be so, then why are there the demonic people, and why are there the other kind of people who are actually divinely in a human abode? Why this kind of Himalayan differences between two categories of people? These are the questions. I'm not going to discuss those as an issue now. But if you look at it, you'll find, our scientific civilization should explore something which is having a better basis of scientific instinct or scientific principles. I just referred to a discussion between Albert Einstein and a historian, Ikeda, Japanese historian. After the Second World War was over, and in the discussion, Einstein came to a conclusion in his personal life that, what he has devoted and contributed to the stream of thoughts is there, you'll find the discussions between them. It's a published work. And he came to an understanding that what I've done is based on the rationals which I've drawn from the outer worlds. I wanted to explore the nature, I wanted to explore the cause of this, creation, and also wanted to see the destiny of this creation. But willy-nilly, I have landed up to a situation wherein my principles and my observations have been used by human society, a segment at least of the human society, for the purpose of the most devastating, destruction of human being in the history in the world. Now, so, he was not sure what should be or what should have been done, but he came to an understanding that yes, we have failed to retrieve another dimension of ourselves, and which I recommend that should be there to make it a complete human understanding of herself or himself. That's the inner dimension. And he said, if the societies can be driven by a twin knowledge of the externalities and the intrinsics, the combination of these two can make a person a better individual, and a group of people of that kind would be a better group. If it is a society, a better society, nation, a better nation, and of course the world, a better world. I support that view of Einstein, and this is founded on certain principles of Isaac Newton also. There are 7 Newtonian principles which he came out in principles of Mathematica, meaning Principia Mathematica. That's the foundation of scientific principles and attributes. You are all manpower leaders. You should be knowing that. I guess most of you are aware of that. And 5th, 6th, 7th principles are the foundations of rationals. The human rationals, which we talk about, the scientific basis of the rationality, is our understanding. Our understanding is based on the understanding for the time now, meaning time now is very important for us. Our Vedic sages used to say that yes, time now is important. This time, Kal, is important, but it's a continuous flow. So if we have to have a proper understanding of the scenario, we need to have an understanding of the Kal before, meaning the time before, and a predictive thing for the time forward. So there is a principle which I have coined in one of my books, based on Rig Vedas, Mahabharata and Bhagavatam, that you need to, if you have to become a good leader in the current context, you need to be a person who is actually having the past embodied within her or himself. The embodiment of the past. And that's not enough. A bias on the past may make you, a skewed one. So you need to be a person who is the product of the present, current period. AI, for example. We are having a discussion in another hall. AI, for example, and even, there are a lot of things going to happen. I'm going to have a conference a few days from now on, NFT, non-fungible tokens. Those who are conversant with technology, you know that. Neural network we used to have in capital markets to have a predictability for stock futures. And now that has undergone a lot of changes. As a leader, maybe a manpower leader, or organizational leader as a whole, we need to have an understanding of what technology stands for, what is this, and what is the trend, what is the dynamics of that. So that's why Vedic sages had predicted, saying that you need to be a person of the current period, product of the present. And then that's not enough. There was a discussion between King Janaka and a great sage Jangabalka. In the discussion, Janaka was a king, Rajarshi, Raja and Rishi at the same time. We have come up with a leadership center. It is the first of its kind in the country, which is going to have a spirituality in leadership. And Kolkata, of course. And we have a tie-up with Florida and some other universities in the world. And there what we are trying to do is, you need to have a component wherein you become a spiritual person. I call it a corporate sadhu. You become a corporate sadhu. Who is a sadhu? There is a definition of monkhood sannyasi given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. And in that, chapter 8, you can follow that, Dhyana Yoga. And in that, he has mentioned that the person who is working in the context of the work without any personal objectives involved in it. No selfish objective is there. You're doing for the cause. You've got a mission, you've got a vision, you've got an objective of the company. You're working for that, and that should not deny those things of others. You're not contravening those things of others. And therefore, what you're doing, you are contributing to the goodness of the society and goodness of humankind. If you're doing that, then you are actually in the right frame of things, right track of the things. That is what was, a conclusion of the discussion between the Rajarshi, King Janaka, and the great sage, Jangabalka. So that is what they say, that you need to be a prophet of the future. And in order to become a prophet of the future, you need to have developed your own capacity to comprehend forward. Meaning, it's not that I'm saying that you need to have the, elemental understanding of mind reading or mind mapping of others. Yes, there are certain, better. Behavioral science gives certain tips, and we have certain also, wherein you can understand the mind of the other person, seeing the person just for a while. But that is a perception. That's not a clear knowledge, but that's an understanding. So, future, you need to predict in the market, not based on the parameters which are there based on the finding from the past, but kind of, emergence of the market which could be there. That's known as a prophetism. So that's there. So a leader, in a nutshell, should be a person who is having a combination of what has happened and gone in the right direction in the past for the entire world or for the relevant part of the world. A product of the present is a combination of things, the knowledge, practices of the current period in the world, and a prophet of the future, a person who can visualize things on coming for the future. These are the things I thought that I'll share with my friends here. I just mentioned one of my book, for corporate leadership, the Vedic way, which I had released in USA a few months back. And there I have elaborated on this. I've mentioned that it's a Raja Dharma, the principles of leadership. There are principles Stephen Covey and others have come up with, and also Peter Drucker also had made certain points. Tom Peters came up with a detailed analysis of 1,000 organizations. All these are okay. I respect all this, but I think we need to go beyond. So we are trying to think beyond. I guess you are the best people who can, think of it and develop your own respective individual models. Thank you so much. And I thank Dr. Bhatia for inviting me to talk a few words on this. Thank you, Dr. Bhatia.